at the Roost picnic because was poking the bear with him. Needed a bag, so he was doing these interviews. So to get a bag, what he got to do? Be choke no joke and talk about Jay. But the nigga don't want to do an interview with me because I'm gonna bring up Jay. This nigga, I'm like, yo, let's do an interview. Nah, nigga, you want to talk about Jay. But he go up there and do interviews talking about Jay, talking about Jay, talking about Jay, talking about Jay with Big, talking about Jay taking, he didn't do this, and he didn't do that, and he didn't do. Well, my nigga, you was Big's man, right? How are you putting it on Jay when you was Big's partner? Jay's just a nigga that rapped with Big. Jay was a nigga that was just a fan with Big. Them niggas was hip hop buddies. You were his partner. JP, good looking. Shout out to Justin. Thanks for the donation, bro. Right? Hi, like, and don't say, oh, choke, you riding Jay-Z, choke, you did. Nigga, when real is real is real is real. I'm going to keep it real regardless. And real talk is that Jay-Z was attacked by on the campaign, the little money grab campaign, because he didn't put out a project. Remember, he was pumping Fulton Street. That was supposed to be his product that he was promoting that you never got. Right? So it was really for the bag. So to get clicks, he started making, I ain't gonna say accusations, but he was talking crazy about Jay. And now this nigga is talking about, oh, Jay-Z got money for a therapist. And, I'm traumatized. What about my trauma? They don't care about us. What about us? They don't care about us. Right? So this nigga Jay get on the stage with his funky ass afro and take shots back at the nigga. And this nigga go running crying. You ever seen a little kid that hit a nigga and then the nigga hit him back harder and the nigga go running crying to his mommy? Right? That's right there. This nigga sitting over there kicking Jay in the leg. Jay slap him. Bow! Oh, I ain't got no money for a therapist. This nigga, he just came this nigga was going in on Jay-Z, my nigga. Like he was going in on Jay. You know what? I F with the art of dialogue. I know I'm gonna be good on this. Right? Shout out to the art of dialogue. Hold on. I'm gonna show y'all this one. Watch this. This is hilarious, bro. Y'all niggas better get some Kleenex, cause you about to cry. Cause you ain't never seen a grown man that was just talking crazy turn around and play. Yo, these niggas is characters, bro. Yo, YouTube done really showed niggas real goddamn character, man. All right, we under fair use here. Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976 allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarships, and research. Fair use is use permitted by the copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing nonprofit educational person use tip the balance in favor of fair use. And this is courtesy of the art of dialogue, right? So here, Un is over here trying to kick knowledge. In the words of Jay-Z. Nigga, what you trying to kick knowledge? Right? He writes Jay-Z this letter. I ain't gonna go through the whole thing. I'm just gonna play a clip of it.
Navan, the #1 rated business travel platform, lets your team book work travel in one place: flights, hotels, cars.
Now let me upload this. Okay. Yeah, I heard about it. Yeah, I heard it like everybody else heard it. What you want to know about it?
How did you feel about it?
I thought it was not one of the best bars that he's had. I think that what people need to understand is that most of Jay-Z's intentions is purely based on marketing. I was part of the rollout for the products that's going out right now in the streets. So I fell victim to that. I'm used over and over again in that capacity. Like I said, from the beginning, it's always been about marketing. It's just that I continue to be the butt of the joke. So he talks about trauma, but what about, my trauma? What about people who lived it trauma, that he keeps bringing it back up and back up, and I mean, I understand marketing and promotions, but, if you want to send the message to your brand and your partnerships that you're dangerous and, you'll threaten to hurt people using me as an example of how dangerous you are, just to sell products, then, that's up to him. I'm not against him making money, but
See, this is the I'm not defending Jay-Z. I'm just keeping it real, right? This is what you call, I don't want to say sucker-ish, but it falls under the umbrella of sucker-ish, right? Because what Un is doing right here is he's trying to say, hey, Jay-Z partners, people working with Jay-Z, y'all heard what he said? He said he stabbed me. Y'all hear how dangerous he is? He's letting y'all know he's dangerous. Jay-Z's dangerous. Yeah, he stabbed me, knowing that this nigga didn't stab him. Right? So the game Un is playing, oh, I'm a victim. Jay-Z keep taunting me about he stabbed me. If you want to let your corporate people know, like the NFL, that you can get people hurt like me, So this is what Un is doing right now, right? He's dry snitching to to corporate America. Jay-Z keep bothering me and tell everybody he stabbed me, right? This is his way of getting it. He think this is gonna be a way to turn people off about Jay, but in reality, he know Jay-Z wasn't even in the building when he got jumped. He know Jay-Z ain't laid a goddamn hand on him because I was standing right effing there. Jay-Z went through the door right in front of me, Eve went through the door right after Jay. Soon as they knew Jay was out of there, they probably had the plan to jump him, but Jay was like, let me get outside first before y'all do that. I was standing right there. I seen it. Am I lying? You was on the floor like this. Your back was to the wall like this, and you was curled up like this, and them niggas was kicking you, but you was on the floor, and your stomach and your stuff was to the wall like this, and you was curled up, and them niggas was kicking you and punching you and what you call it, and you know who stabbed you, right? I ain't gotta say his name. You know who stabbed you, and the nigga wasn't Jay-Z. So to be like, I can see him saying, yo, you got niggas to jump me. I ain't never say Jay-Z put a hand on me. I ain't gotta lie. I could have lied and said, oh, Jay did that to me. You know what I'm saying? I know where the order came from. I know who did it. You know what I'm saying? I don't know niggas personally, but I know he didn't physically touch me. I'm not gonna lie. You know what I'm saying? This nigga lied and said it was him. Jay-Z lies and say that he did it. Why? Because he took the charge. Let that shit been murder. I bet you Jay-Z ass would have been on trial talking about he ain't do it. It wasn't no goddamn pain in the ass. Get out of here. Shut up. Anyway, let me get back to